to you, Kalon.
And Adeyemi Jackson, good morning. We thought of the day say, don't let your yesterday steal today's joy. Women say, no make waiting happen yesterday while the happiness where you get today. This not the main issue them where we look at inside the program this morning. The President Julius Maada Bio don say, in government go engage with the private sector and financial institution them for investment in the country infrastructure like road and other area them. The chairman, na Red Plus National Technical Committee, and Sumana Baba Toure don call on the private sector for support Red Plus for fight against climate change mitigation as Salone. And today inside the program, we go talk to the Deputy Minister of Information and Civic Education, Bokari Aziz Bawo, and the Executive Secretary, CSO's National Consortium on Public Accountability, Ahmed Yela. We go talk about the town hall meeting them, where the ministry don't all and if they make any impact to citizens them.
Also, remember say inside the program, you get me live on www.radiodemocracy.sl and from our partner radio station them.
You dey listen me live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM na Freetown, Radio Shalom 89.5 na Koinadugu and Falaba District, Radio Malen 88.5, Radio 1J 11.3 na Pujon District, Radio Kolente 90.0 na Cambia, Radio Moi 105.5 na Kailau, Vopad Radio na Watalo, Voice of Sando on 95.7 na Kono District, Voice of Karine na Kamakwe on 98.0, Voice of Masoro na Pujon District, Advocacy Radio na Potloko District, Radio Katbami on 106.7 na Tonko Limba, Art FM on 95.9 na Moyamba District, and Tongo Radio on 107.5 FM.
Program na Good Morning Salon. You can ask your question or comment through your WhatsApp number on 077-981-981, or you send your message on Radio Democracy Facebook page and Radio Democracy YouTube channel. Inside the program now, Good Morning Salon, we dey start for look at issue and we dey take the first story for today.
The program Good Morning Salon, the continue inside the program we go now the National Sport Authority, inside the board chairman for the National Sport Authority, Ibrahim Yelenke, that asked the Chinese ambassador at Salon, Zhao Yong, for use in diplomatic influence for talk to the Chinese government so that the renovation of the Shaka Stevens Stadium go on. Ibrahim Yelenke talked this way, the Gansu Construction Investment Holding Group go and over the stadium practicing field, hostels, basketball courts, kitchen, and the swimming pool to the Ministry of Sport. We reporter Alfred Jana put these reports together and go on report.
I now have the great honor and pleasure to declare this partial rehabilitated National Stadium facilities officially open to the public.
Inside February 2021, Salon government, with support from the Chinese government, will launch the rehabilitation process of the Shaka Stevens Stadium for the period of 2 years. From that time to now, they still renovate the stadium and the rehabilitation process. Now for change the seating accommodation of the stadium main bowl, the artificial turf, practice field, hostels, and other stadium facility them. And after 5 years, the Ganos Construction Investment Holding Group Limited, now they're responsible for the rehabilitation of the Shaka Stevens Stadium.
I want to take this opportunity and to represent governments to say that the property will no longer be business as usual, because it's going to be a public-private partnership system of operation. And it's going to be applied to ensure sustainable management and maintenance of these facilities. And as such, like the previous speakers were saying, we will have this facility as a priority, and we will try to make sure that they are maintained. Because a stadium is more than just expecting the venue. It is a place where dreams are nurtured, as you heard from the chairman. It's also a place where talents are discovered. It is a venue for national unity, and it is strengthened when we come together in this venue.
That's not the voice of the Minister of Sport, Augusta James Tamer. They explain about how the Shaka Stevie Stadium gets for one after we them don't do the innovation. We in the talk, the board chairman, National Sports Authority, Ibrahim Yelenke, talk to the ambassador of China from making use in influence, from make them go down stadium rehabilitation.
Ambassador, you see, I want to appeal to you as a brother to please use your diplomatic influence in fast-tracking the completion of the main bowl. What we are here today is not what 70% what loving Sierra Leoneans want to see. Their major interest here today is to see the completion of the main bowl. I can tell you authoritatively, Sierra Leoneans are missing the Darling Leon Stars, and they are missing athletics and a lot more. Thanks to the president of the Sierra Leone Football Association. Let me come to him. He's a very wonderful, fantastic man. I can tell you authoritatively. I want to extend my thanks to the president of the FA, Babadi Kamara, for complimenting government efforts in hosting some of our international matches at the Great Southern Arena.
As a way for talk about how important the National Stadium Day make China Ambassador Zhou Haoyong talk this.
Handing over ceremony, I would like to share our joy with all Sierra Leonean friends who love sports and committed to China-Sierra Leone relations. Our joy comes from the continuation of the friendship between China and the Sierra Leone Stadium, but also the main supporter of its 4 previous renovations. Since it was built in 1978, the Chinese side has helped Sierra Leone renovate the stadium in 1992, 2001, 2019, and 2022.
Zhou Haoyong end up for tell thank you to Salon government for the paddy business where them don't get for long term now for the society, for real democracy. Mina Alfrejana, the reports.
From that report today, the program Good Morning Salon, they continue. And as we tell on today, inside this edition of the program Good Morning Salon, Radio Democracy will talk to the Deputy Minister of Information and Civic Education, Bokari Aziz Bawa. We can talk about the different town hall meeting where they don't get, and if you don't make any impact to citizens them. So at this time, I want to say good morning, Mr. Deputy Minister, and welcome to the program Good Morning Salon.
Thank you very much. Good morning to 98.1. Morning to listeners and viewers.
Inside the program, we also they expect for get another guest when the Executive Secretary, CSO's National Consortium on Public Accountability, Ahmed Hila. We can get a young view as a civil society organization, but waiting and think about the different town hall them. But as we don't get you now, Deputy Minister, we will start with you, let the ball rolling. In terms of the ministry, the new initiative, when at this civic or town hall, we don't see how much and don't put so much interest resources and for try to say when I reach out to all citizens them, no matter who's patchy they in the country. We also see when I don't extend this at the diaspora level, as when I don't get the other in America and London. And also the ministry their mandates and for bridge the information gap between citizen and government. Why one I think say this civic series now one of the best strategy we go bridge the long time communication gap we don't do between government and citizen them.
Thank you very much for the question. It's up to you. I think 98.1 our radio station, we I think a testimony of what this country go through. There was a period in our history, if you listen to 98.1, sometimes you lay pillow panel, you go inside your room. Because even just listening to 98.1 was a crime. Waking once you die. So these are bad history period in our country where we can say we don't want witnessed again. And if you don't want witness, what will don't happen? They have a look at what to make even them bad things that happen. And after the Civil War, I think consciously they being put committee together for look at what to make even the war happen. And if XYZ and they make the war happen, as a country, as a people, what we could do for to ensure say it not happen again. I think one of the things will be clearly stand out where they under we own control, where they highlight as one of the causes of the war was civic ignorance. I said there was civic ignorance. In this sense, a lot of things that will be happen around the citizens, decisions where the political class may they take, whether good or bad, the citizens were not informed. You know, you just see something happen around, you don't know why they do it. And because there was that huge civic ignorance, politicians will use that space for manipulate the youths and vulnerable people. So if the Truth and Reconciliation Commission or recommendation don't clearly state, say, one of the causes of the war, one, have been misinformation, disinformation, and civic ignorance. And we are saying never again we forgo. We have a president. We all don't see that. You not go compare to anybody in the implementations of those recommendations of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission.
Okay.
So one of the bold things we do is, of course, we all know say the Minister of Information, he don't metamorphose. They don't put her so, they don't put her so. But in his second term, he divorced communication from information and add civic education. Meaning, he's following up on those recommendations in the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, where he say there was civic ignorance. So when he creates this ministry, we mandate now for ensure that the citizens are informed. Because we want to increase their participation. You know, increase somebody in participation if you don't know. You got to know what you for do, where you go show say you understand what you for do. So if the citizens don't know what you for do, you know they expect them for let them participate. But if you can tell this person say, if for no, the first way for know what they do as a government, because you got to be accountable. So they take deliberate actions for ensure we bring duty bearers, including the president, before in people, for let it give account or for let them give account of their stewardship. Because not so much about for saying that's what this minister they do. When any issue is trending, if they witness with every Tuesday press conference, we'll bring that person concerned, sit down and talk in Creole to the people of this country why it happened. So intermittently, we move from Freetown, because the first time we will hold this Civic Day Festival in Freetown, a lot of the feedback we get was, Freetown is not Sierra Leone.
Okay.
There are things that we want to do. Why not Freetown no more like the limiter? There are a lot of resource constraints, not to win on administrative way they implement activities. But we also make appeal to the president that for let we really able to achieve we mandate, I think we need resources for the go outside Freetown. So this year will come, we say we'll expand on the outreach.
So in terms of Una starting the civic says, what are some of the consideration or the best way Una thinks citizen participation for being fully part of the different cities or town hall Una don't they do?
So first we consider for go at the farthest areas, like I was in Mongo. For let take government officials to Mongo for go sit down before the citizens and talk to them. It was unprecedented. You look at places that, I mean, we can say not demand driven, because there are places where they hardly see 10, 15 government officials, if not about politics or campaign. But if you go, you subject all those ministers to the citizens, then take question for them. I think we are doing justice to that recommendation in the Truth and Reconciliation Commission for let we bridge the gap between we and the people who they govern.
And you think over the past years, the ministry don't do so?
Very well.
How?
For let we bridge a gap between, we can all, irrespective of any other challenge, these are not the times. In fact, if we are not proactive with what we do, this government, our own ministry, they live in a time where information generation and distribution is the fastest happening now. Somebody they create content, somebody they deep fake you, somebody they, the advent of AI, especially, and new technology, don't make disinformation and misinformation is on the high. And if you look at the challenges, one person behind the mic in Rwanda able to bring the whole country down.
Okay.
One person. So if you have different people, now different locations, able to create, content, bad, evil, and send them. If the ministry is not proactive to engage people, you can understand what you go happen to the country. I think the price what will pay for that, who will do that carelessness, will be more than whatever price we are paying.
So that means I ask you this question as to whether the ministry, inside the past few years when I start this whole civic education, if we don't try for bridge the gap, because you mentioned so one of the idea of the civic engagements now for bridge the gap, and also now for ensure say public accountability take place by citizens holding government officials accountable, including the president. And I ask again, if we don't do so inside the past year.
Yes, sir. Because if we are bringing the president to you, you ask the president questions. If we are bringing government officials to you, you ask them questions, and they answer you. It is better than those days where people, they just imagine things. They're not getting nobody for talk to. That tension they build in them. They become emotionally charged that at a click of a button, you see the outpost.
But don't have the people already ask the questions.
The citizens. When we hold the press conference, you see we have a lot of journalists in front of us that they did ask questions.
You mean the ordinary citizens or government officials?
In our press conference, journalists that they ask questions. In our town hall meetings.
The town hall meetings, yeah.
Now the ordinary people they ask questions.
Okay, we'll come back to you. Can't tell you the actual format of the different town hall. Then people get a chance for ask question and raise concern if actually they are ordinary citizen. Continue for the week 2 inside the program. That had the Deputy Minister of Information and Civic Education, Bokari Bawo. Inside the program now, they welcome we other studio guest. We are the Executive Secretary here, so National Consortium on Public Accountability, Ahmed Yila. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning, Sapsio. Good morning to the listeners and viewers of 98.1. I'm very much delighted for there today for talk about a couple of issues the way the citizens, with the Honorable Minister, they talk about that they don't engage. We are not engaged.
So
rather, we are left out.
Okay, so we can look at the issues one step at a time. According to the Deputy Minister, in premise we elaine that the reason for the different town hall weighted on the whole now because we look at the TRC recommendation, one thing we offend out of the war now that the war be happen because it be lack the civic space for let people get chance for they closer to government, ask question and raise concern. The reason we make them bring the space back for give people that chance. As a civil society organization, we always a call on government on issues them of national interest. Waiting on think about this reason or waiting on think about this initiative where the Ministry of Information don't embark on the civic series where they don't do now some part of the country and also outside Salon.
First of all, I would like for contextualize the definition itself of waiting na citizens engagement or civic education. The initiative of engaging the people is one of the democratic tenets we actually not been debunk the initiative of engaging the people, but rather now some of the things that we on many occasions after we don't see one or two town hall meetings, I end how the accountability where they talk about, where the ministry they talk about. We asked questions and we were vaguely replied to that, and according to the Honorable Deputy Minister were there, one of the key recommendations we've been come in we engagement, me, David Indolo, Saul Amin and Alfonso, we get meeting with the deputy and also get meeting with Minister Siba, that we need to have a civil society desk in monitoring, waiting at the expenditures, because the citizens care of how much money they spend now locally as well as internationally. And when you ask them questions there, how many town hall meetings una don't get? They go tell you say perhaps they don't get 10 to 11.
So
how much money una don't spend in all of this?
Would they look at the accountability aspect? What do you first think about this initiative for bringing people closer to government as a CSO? The accountability aspect of what they involve, we will later look inside the program.
Bringing people closer to the government is one of the key, I make mention of them, is one of the key tenets of modern day democracy. It is welcoming. No right thinking person will say we totally disagree, but rather we look at the methodology in which they are holding they are holding this engagement. One, you cannot be a player and a referee at the same time. Okay. And in every indication, we expect the ministry, we get fine media personalities, we get civil society where they are very independent. Why not bring in the civil society? Why not bring in the media? For let them go to be the referee, because they are the player and they are the same referee. And when you look at different quarters, according to we own data we don't get, and also from very intellectual discussions, we highly come up from also from Dr. Sylvia Blyden, where also they refer to the town hall engagement as scam, because the questions the way the people they go ask, these are not the questions the way they see that they come up, or waiting the people that want for ask to the president. These are not the questions the way they come. If presidents want follow, we ask them questions. We get civil society and media. Let we ask the president questions, because we the interface at the community level, and we engage the people that we know exactly waiting they go on. But you cannot be a player and a referee at the same time. So these are some of the concerns that we get, and we tell them that if you want to succeed, you want to do this, they are fine. Take one side and left the other side.
We can look into the method proper where you think as a civil society activist, no right. Earlier on, the minister say one of the essence of the civic engagement now for bridge the gap in terms of information between the people and government, and as well ensuring that citizens and all government are accountable. You think since the start of this civic engagement, the ministry or government are able to achieve that aspect from the civil society aspect?
It is they're not able to achieve them. When you ask them the questions of how much money we don't, these are accountability questions. When you ask them how much money we don't spend, how much we go spend in UK, me and the Honorable Deputy Minister been there Rise Radio, they tell me they don't even spend up to £500. This is on record.
So yeah, when they come to the accountabilities, I look at if you think say the space don't be created by them through this town all the way they don't own. But let people ask the actual question on knowing what in governments they do.
It has been highly classified that they are not meeting to the target. They are not doing anything. This is just a show, rather than the actual engagement.
What do you mean by a show?
When you look at the composition of the these concluded town hall meetings, you realize most of the people say we've been at the hall. These are directors, these are ministers, these are deputy ministers, these are government officials. We then take also, we call them deportation. Then now then go full, now then go full, now the place. These are questions where they come. They are being censored. Right? So if you want to get the right actual message, we have a different players.
The civic education don't start since 2024 to now almost 3 years. You think the ministry not able to achieve in terms of information sharing on government activities to citizens?
The old Bombali district, just 400 to 300 people where they say they target. And if you aggregate them, you go take them step by step and you look at the phases. Because the civil society, we have our district coordinators, we have our district campaigners, where they are across the country, where they are across the districts. So we go able to clearly tell you, say, the stakeholders the way also for the day, and the people the way expected for make the ask their questions, say, they were not there.
We go look into the town hall na Bombali district where the president be there quite recently. I still ask you again, because the minister said they're not able to achieve in terms of one, for bridge the gap, in terms of citizen holding government officials accountable. Owner a civil society organization don't they monitor the space. You think that don't be achievable?
It is not. It is a figment of one's imagination for make that submission that the ministry don't make that kind of achievement. They did not. This is a mere waste of taxpayers' money, as we refer to we press release. And we therefore continue with this discussion until we get a justifiable end to this. That these people, when you look at the initiative, I tell you, say it is one of the pillar of a modern day democracy. It is a tenet, good for the government engage the citizens, but you cannot do them at the detriment of the citizens. Look at things away brought into the people of Salone. The issue of the drugs. The governments need to pay attention to this. You look at the issue of even the fuel price. You look at the oil market. The price don't they go down? And I look waiting the whole government go get a meeting. All government go get a meeting for reduce the fuel to just for pull trillions. A whole government, a whole sitting government. This is disheartening to the highest point of call.
Okay, continue for the inside the program. That are the Executive Secretary, CSO's National Consortium on Public Accountability, Hamed Yila, where they give the CSO their own point of view on the different civic series town hall where government done the all. The program Good Morning Salon, they continue, and inside the program now we look at another issue.
The program Good Morning Salon, they continue inside the program. They take another material. Also, the general manager at the Salon Airport Authority, Jack Masako, say the Integrity Management Committee, where they don't set up, go advise the management on corruption issue them where they happen at the aviation sector. They talk this is our engagement with the Salon Airport Authority, all also they go set up Integrity Management Committee. Well, for more on this, make we join with reporter Joseph Freeman.
Inside 2024, the Anti-Corruption Commission will launch the 5th generation of the National Anti-Corruption Strategy as way for tap and prevent corruption practice them across public institutions them. And one thing we come up na this strategy, now for make local council and ministry departments and agency them establish Integrity Management Committee as way for prevent corruption waking up in a public institution them. This make the Salon Airport Authority don't set up their own Integrity Management Committee as way for tap and prevent corruption at the aviation sector. The Deputy Minister of Transport, Rex Bonafa, talk about the importance of this Integrity Management Committee.
Today's launch of the Integrity Management Committee, IMC, is a decisive step in Sierra Leone's aviation reform. It sends a clear message. Transparency and accountability are not optional, they are essential. This initiative fulfills a key requirement of the Anti-Corruption Commission's National Strategic Plan, embedding integrity into the very core of our operations. By establishing key performance indicators, KPIs, the board and management have ensured that integrity reforms are not only declared, but measured, tracked, and delivered. This structured approach guarantees that progress is visible, tangible, and lasting. Under President Bio's leadership, Sierra Leone has already invested close to $150,000 in strengthening aviation safety, resilience, and governance. That investment is complemented today by a commitment to integrity, because without integrity, no amount of infrastructure or training can sustain progress.
But waiting at the role of this committee, the General Manager at Salon Airport Authority, Jack Masako, explained.
Today's launch of the Integrity Management Committee, IMC, is a decisive step in Sierra Leone's aviation reform. It sends a clear message. Transparency and accountability are not optional, they are essential. This initiative fulfills a key requirement of the Anti-Corruption Commission's National Strategic Plan, embedding integrity into the very core of our operations. By establishing key performance indicators (KPIs), the board and management have ensured that integrity reforms are not only declared but measured, tracked, and delivered. This structured approach guarantees that progress is visible, tangible, and lasting. Under President Bio's leadership, Sierra Leone has already invested close to $150,000 in strengthening aviation safety, resilience, and governance. That investment is complemented today by a commitment to integrity, because without integrity, no amount of infrastructure or training can sustain progress.
Where in the talk, one board director for Salone Airport Authority, Gladys Branch, say the board ready for monitor this committee for make them able achieve their aim.
As a board, we are committed to the issue of integrity. It is not just a word. It is not just for today. It is for the records. It is for the records when we talk about integrity, because we would go. Another set of people will come. But what are the legacies we would have left behind as a board have to do with the issue of integrity. So our role will be to monitor, to enforce, and to call on them, on the team that have been selected today, because this is not just workers, but they are senior workers within the institution. So we are ready to serve as an eye-opener, to call on them for the issue of transparency, accountability, and to make sure that they follow the rules to the letter.
Gladys Branch end up call on member them na the Integrity Management Committee for make them do them work the right way. We go tap and prevent corruption na the aviation sector. With support from Mastan Soare for the Society for Radio Democracy, Josephine Freeman, the report.
The program Good Morning Salone, they continue. Well, from that report, they will come over to our studio guest as inside this edition today. Radio Democracy, they look at the different civic series town hall meeting with the Ministry of Information on the all and the impact we don't make to citizens. Them we get with two studio guests who don't talk on this issue. We bring in the Deputy Minister of Information and Civic Education, Bokari Bawo. We don't talk the reason why the ministry decided to take up this initiative. Over to you, Deputy Minister. You just listen to the voice of a CSO. We get concerned, and according to the information gap on our for bridge between government and the people, and not see that don't reflect it, but all the different series on don't do local and internationally.
Thank you very much. To that, I would say he's not correct. What I'm not going to shy away from is no democratic innovation no go start off on a perfect footing. No innovation or no initiative, not the way you want to start, where you will start on a perfect footing. You can pilot, learn from what they happen, listen to people their voice, and try for tailor, forget the best, because every Sierra Leone look at getting the best for the people of Sierra Leone. We are all concerned. Journalists are concerned. Civil society people are concerned for the health of Sierra Leone. What you will make Salone better, and I will all pray for. When Salone they go through the war, not just politicians suffer. I mean, the poor people suffer the most. So we expect the civil society organization for be the voice of the people. They get huge outreach. I've always advocated in the ministry for inclusivity. We work together with civil society. I mean, they are part of the process. Everybody comes on board. We see how we change the narrative in, one, preventing what may not happen to this country. We cannot do it alone. But even God, when he starts creation, he said, let there be light. It starts small. If we all believe that God is able to do everything what you want to do, but not just say, let there be everything. He said, let there be light. So he look at the form and shape of the world and know what for put outside and here. So if we really want to say, never again this country go through that senseless war, we have to check what it may make it happen. We as a ministry, those things in the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, we pertain to we. Now they see how to implement. And one such is citizens engagement. I will say this time round, One thing we don't try for maximize as a ministry, now public trust in what we put out, which is very key. In an era where access to information is causing some other thing, if the people, the citizens, not get person for trust, it's a disservice. Okay. So anything happen at this country now, once the Minister of Information and Civic Education put out a press release, people are saying, okay, now this time are the fact. And again, in most of the things, they say, me and the minister, sometimes people say, we are not behave like politicians. Because when you want to let people trust you, you get for diverse politics from the engagement of people or creating awareness. Because you don't want to change people's behavior and you don't set an example. Okay. So that is why, like it say, we all be say, okay, we have a civil society desk in our ministry where we all look at what is happening. But the effect of what we are doing, I'll tell you, in every corner, they know now that this Ministry of Information and Civic Education, not to the one that we don't exist before, we are very proactive in letting people know what is correct. Okay. For example, after the tripartite recommendations came out, there was this saying that after 6 months, they will pull this person, bring this person. Boldly, I called a press conference, brought the generals and police, the security unit, for let them talk to the people. What is it about this thing we are hearing? And they say, no, the ECOWAS standby force, now it mandate this, not to today start this and that. That gives relief to citizens, although people that be say, nah, lie, but with time, when they see, say, waiting we be talk as a ministry, now come to pass. So now, they know, so okay, when Minister of Information and Civic Education. So in essence, in our work, we not prioritize politics. We want to appeal to the conscience of Sierra Leoneans. Let them value themselves as Sierra Leoneans. Let them work towards changing. Like if we say, you take dirty from your house, you put on a water, another one. They want to see you as the minister. What are you doing? So bringing these people together, the ministers, this and that, and sit down, like the whole way they talk about in McKinney. So say,
at the come, Mr. Minister, at the come, when you listen to from the civil society activists, they say it describe the civic education, civic engagement on the whole as a show. Because the people were supposed to do the ordinary citizens,
that is what
the people are supposed to know the day instead now ministers. He recite the recent one at Bombale.
Okay, now Bombale I want to go. So that blind man will ask the president question, not a minister. The mayor will ask the president question, not a minister. The paramount chiefs will be the inside our hall. That small picking will ask the president. Which it don't be a challenge from where you want to be president and where you don't be president, not to minister, not to government official. No sign of the way they organize. Even what we care, we not sit down behind that for moderate. If you know the people behind that for moderate, me and this man. So say, wait till I intend for get out of the show, not to want to get. But why do you have the minister or the ministry moderating how people channel questions? I mean, for law, we just get the best out of it. But to say, now, just minister, why do we take government officials? When the mayor, for instance, talk about or appeal to the president for make few roads at McKinney, when are prominent roads, the president will just give the instructions to SLRA boss, the minister of works. When the president makes that commitment, there should be somebody when in your purview that instruction for where after the president don't go, now in the mayor. For follow-up.
You talk about who that they ask questions and the questions them. The question who that they ask questions now the minister moderates the entire engagement. And this now somebody appointed by the president. People would expect say instead of getting neutral somebody for ask the president the add questions them not be seen.
No, but this is the ministry hosting. We not say possible for host the president. But this one, we own activity.
So because now organizer and now for moderator?
When you call in, I would have moderate. You cannot call us to this show.
You refer to this as a civic education.
Yes. All this what they do as civic education. If you not bring me now, these questions where they ask me what they answered. possible to say 98.1, if we not call the minister for like Ika, well, let other person can ask a question. No. If now we don't care go the citizens, now we don't care go the president. Now we get for to pretend for ensure. Like I tell you, say, you start off not perfect, perhaps you learn from what you are doing.
Okay.
If you reach that stage, what say, okay, we have exhausted our presence in this civic day. Let we now organize and just make statements and we allow the civil society or the journalists to take over. Then one day we'll reach there. But for let we get some perfect, we get for implementer first and learn for the process. We don't just start an 11 give policy. That's not the intention.
So
you also get for ensure say the initiative where you can with is implemented the way you want it.
Okay, Mr.
You can review every project over the implement. You can review. When you review, if you think you can re-strategize, fine. But for now, for Sidon as a minister, you take question from somebody who you know Sabi. Everybody inside our hall, we know say, even the questions where they take from the streets, we are also communicating to pertinent things.
Now
where any other person can ask.
Now not design the questions, eh?
No, I will go design. That was where we just interview, you give a question, and we not that. And you see from this screen, the person they ask
how
the question.
citizens will be participate in the whole show in terms of sending the questions to them? How will I be designed? Open the platform.
Thank you very much. We advertise, we say for send the questions, we collate all the questions. Everybody we don't follow, we no say we start off with that.
What's on advertise? For let people participate, send the questions.
We get websites, we get shortcuts we can create. We get platforms, a Boku platform, not even one. We create and we advertise everything. Say, if you want to ask questions to the president in that hall, use this platform.
So why
we not get control over that?
Why during the gathering, if somebody spontaneously put hand up for ask question, if not a question I don't scripted, we not allow the person?
No, we know.
We not say situation the organ for do it have been to money where a lady come up for ask a question. At the end of the day, as he start to ask the question and take the mic now and because una not be aware of that question, they una not be no script the question.
No, even in our local palace, like you say, if you sabi what's your hand, you're able to eat with chief or king. It don't mean say because they bring the president to you. I mean, you can talk to her anyhow. We constitution us, you protect the presidency. So ask the question. I mean, be polite. But even at that, when they try for interrupt, the president said no, we're not allow her. Because you don't exhibit which type of citizen you be. The president know the reason why he can't sit there. So you not going for make achieve why it is out there. But as a citizen, if you are talking to your president, we are democracy, not to that American democracy or not to British democracy, now Salon democracy this. Now move small, say we reach for reach. When you talk to your president, get some amount of respect. But it starts with one man. So people around him, and it was the first time we are doing it. You understand? So when the president said no, not stop anybody. You don't ever see he repeats himself that somebody want to talk. We say no, not talk. Because the president correct we in that hall that don't obstruct any citizen when they ask. So if we have not piloted that, we know the land and implement all this we don't do.
So now they follow the scripted way.
No, not the scripted way.
Okay.
So do you want to say the mayor in question has scripted question? Do you want to say that blind man we ask question inside our hall with the Sabian before? No. Let us be critical, but let us not take heat from everything we come out from that town hall. Okay. Let us also appreciate the initiative and louder. Do we need to correct it as we go? Yes, we are open to that. That is why, like I said, God started small. Okay. We will spread out thinly. But let's ensure we control it till we don't start, get the desired effect of it. Then, if we want to bring other people out, 98.1 can one day bring me, I sit there, they can't sit there, I ask the question. I mean, we can get there.
We need to go for a break. Continue for the way inside the program, Deputy Minister of Information.
Cecil, do you know any sharp user I go able get quality laptop or desktop computer for buy? When I go give me wahala like the last one?
Aisha, you see this Dell computer na me hand? It don't pass 8 years from where I begin using. It no one day give me problem. na Palestino International in shop, na 5 and 6 Gloucester Street, na they are buyer. Not to copyright Palestino they sell, na original. You see this me plasma TV, this Samsung home theater, me standing fan and mobile phone. Every day when you see them, it's like a new one. They don't pass 8 years na me hand. Palestino don't open Palestino International Computer Shop na 3 Bojon Street Bow. Also you they get all kind computer for buy. For more, just call 076 56 5432 077 80 5898. Palestino International in Computer Shop. All team day for you.
Bloomberg Digital Banking don't come for we.
I said so. You look stressed so.
Nah, bank they won't go so.
Me sister, go digital.
Digital?
Yes, with Bloomberg Digital Banking. Just tap, click, swipe and send money, receive money, check your balance, pay your bills and get quick loans before Jacko cuts your eye.
But Abu left fly.
Well, bring your phone.
Now so easy and quick.
Yes, with Bloomberg Digital, you can bank with freedom any side na the world. Your money is safe and secure. Also, you can do business and transfer money instantly by your currency across Africa. Quick one with Colats.
Wow! As from today, call me Aisatu Bloomberg Digital. I dey go tell all me party them for join Bloomberg Digital Banking.
Go ahead and download our digital banking app from Google Play Store and Apple Store, or visit any of our branches for further details. For no more, you can visit our website, bloombankafrica.com. Bloombank Africa. Let's make it happen.
You bland taste ice cream and you not feel like an ice cream? No worry again, because Blue Moon Ice Cream don't come for you.
Blue Moon Ice Cream na salon that they make up, and you get different flavor them like chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, almond, bubble gum, plain yogurt, chocobar, ice pop, and different other flavor them.
You're available in all supermarkets, and we shop there in Sanders Street, Wellington Street, Wilkinson Road, and Waterloo. Self, we work man at the worker with the push cart they sell. Now salon the factory day when they make this ice cream here. So get better taste with Blue Moon Ice Cream. It's refreshing and they give you more satisfaction.
For more information, you can call we on 077 633 633. Blue Moon Ice Cream, the taste of happiness.
Nothing on the pressure me.
Hey! They don't do more. They don't do PC Foreign Exchange Bureau, the number one foreign exchange bureau in the country, they give all them customers them 1% cashback for every transaction where they make through Western Union, MoneyGram, or RIA.
Na indon so.
Not so indon so, nice K. PC Foreign Exchange Bureau, don't 1% the game. So you will get Famul, Paddy, or business partner where they send for you money through Western Union, MoneyGram, or RIA. Run go now any PC and Son shop where they all about the country. For you where they free tongue, PC and Son shop they now 16 Godrich Road Lumley, 59 Wellington Street, 31 Guard Street, 19 Frobe Road, 10 and 53 Sanya Bacha Street, 32A Wilkinson Road, 9 Kuto Road, and 24 City Road Port C. For Waterloo Famulem, within a 9A Liverpool Street, Waterloo. For Famulem where they upline, within a 76 Sky Corridor Road Corner, within a 5 Palmer Street Kabbalah, 54 Dambala Road Bo, within a number 4 Denby Street Kenema, 39 Robane Road Makeni, 137 Airport Ferry Road Lunge, Lagos Compound Kailaun, and 35 IDA Road, Gambia. Tell your neighbor say, PC Foreign Exchange Bureau, the 1% the game.
Good morning, Salon. They come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We come over to the civil society activists in the studio. We're in Ahmedila, we're in the executive secretary, CSOs on National Consortium and Public Accountability. You don't listen from the deputy minister. Explain about the method where they don't use. And one thing where it clear na that because now then they organize the civic or the town hall meetings, them not them for moderate the show. From the civil society point, you think the ministry don't create a space for the ordinary citizen to ask the president the hard questions them about waiting the happen at the ground?
When you look at the initiative of engaging, it is a welcoming innovation, a welcoming idea with a part of the democratic process. However, this has not been effective. This has not been described to many that waiting actually we want for achieve happen. The citizens, the ordinary citizens. When you look at the McKinney, for instance, the what will happen at Bintuman in Aya, it not only happened to that lady. We put her up for ask the questions. If you watch the video, you will see even Alfonso Mali been there at the hall, and it one for ask as he say, Mr. Minister, Education. Let them take the mic now. It'll be very clear. So, in all of this, before even we go McKinney, there was a question where Dr. Sylvia Blyden also asked. Did you see that question answered? No. The only question where the president attempt for answer, we did not get any script. If you look at the old show, it is the question that has to do with whether energy sector would not do well. He said no. He said instead self-appoint himself as the Minister of Energy, and they end up run away. Just one sector. The president run away from one sector, in an energy sector. So appoint himself, and they will expect much from KKY, because now they make, according to the president, Sabi or Nai Sabi. They were too able for Activa. So in all of these engagements, taking the presidents to the rural communities, the district headquarters, and to the diasporas, much impact. The one that we did on the diasporas, where they take the engagement to the diasporas. You want Minister one for tell me say the diasporas are not aware of waiting they happen, the shortcomings, the challenges, and the waiting at the deliverables, waiting at the impact where the government creates. It's visible. Because whatever waiting the government do, these are things and this way and then on every platform. And the diaspora, which are they go spend a huge amount of money where they're able to account for it, for them tell the public how much money they go spend in UK, how much money they go spend in Maryland, and how much money they may spend at this you building 3 days festival civic. The name of everybody just a guess. According to the estimation, some people do asked questions. According to them, they say it's over 8 billion to be expected. And if you look at the service delivery, you go to the hospitals, you look at the bad roads, even at the city, there is a big challenge. If them money they take and say, okay, well, you know what, the road maintenance, there is a challenge in giving money to SLRA for making we able to do some of the roads. In fact, some of the roads don't go beyond maintenance, now overhauling. And all of this here, the money are not there. Rather, people they justify, or the name for justify, their money there, also their money that they go, their money that where they come, where they say 500 million, 1 billion, 2 billion, as the case may be, whilst small Panadol, not in our
So you consider this whole initiative as a missed priority? Or?
Of course, there are bigger, much more bigger things there. Or the things that actually we're not there, we will we focus on.
But what about the reason of making sure people get clear understanding and timely information on all government activities? For you, nothing say if there is a gap, that will cause chaos as well in the country. We don't see example of such.
Clear understanding where the president says make them very expedient that I run away from the Ministry of Energy.
So my question is, if you don't think say if a gap there where people want information, where they want to know, or where they ask question, they don't get answer. If that gap they continue, they get the tendency for chaos and
even when they know, and this go away, then go now McKinney, they know the issues, they know the challenges. They know
that's them.
The ministries know, the government know the challenges. The president herself say he know the challenges in energy. Now make it go away from the energy sector. So they know the challenges. I just waste of taxpayers' money. If you go to hospitals, for instance, this hospital now, I can make a reference because It is very close to the Minister of Health. This hospital by Kiama Road. Yeah, this hospital by Kiama Road. There is a colleague, David Indolo, where he go left somebody for picking, where they're under 5, we forget the cost recovery, then drugs and they're not there, even Panadol. The doctor say the medicine or the pass where they get for right, for let them go buy medicine for the picking. So if you look at then issues that day, then challenges that we know day. And when they know say they don't see them no day, why they not go use them money in the force and settle the hospitals and settle the bad roads? Look at like the road, for instance, Usa they right, because they comfort Mutuka the way they get, they need to feel the pothole there. Look at the Sanders Street, Usa the president they drive every day for Golden State House. Look at that road, the condition of Sanders Street road. Last time they run away from Sanders Street, they begin to use the Hill bypass road. We say, Mr. President, you run for me problems. Don't run for me, President. President for run for me challenges. If the people were day not able for not effective, the ministers, directors, they were not effective. Sack them. Listen to media. Listen to critical voices. But the president in all of this is very slow. Sometimes if you want to take decision, pass you go to your force, just sack one person and come back. That is not the solution. And if we want to get them right, even if you look at the ordinance play, we get what we call it the ordinance. And if you look at this the Kaneke pattern of this town hall, when the deputy minister will make a submission, he make them very explicit that he, and then we make them very clear that they need to have a civil society desk. If you ask the minister now, this civil society desk we talk about, has it been created? He will tell you no, they don't create it.
So
and because they know say the civil society voices, they go for ask them questions, accountability questions. If their money there, who say they spend their money, how much money? Because in all of this, the citizens they want to know how much money they don't spend.
So you think say the ministry gets the
so they talk about say that they close the gap. They are closing the gap between the government and the people, but they cannot adequately.
You think say the ministry
they cannot adequately tell us or the public for let them know how much money they don't spend. So you see the challenges even from their own side as the ministry. Yes, the deputy will do so. Where if you open your heart, you will know say this now the mandates we want to see the civil society player there. The civil society player for make them able to do their job. If you look at it, but if you look at the pattern, the Kaneke pattern, the town hall minister, they realize these are some of the impediments that we actually want to see other players that we go ask sensitive questions.
If the Ministry of Information will get the mandate for ensure people get timely information and understand all government activity, not do this initiative on a serious form, what do you think for them be the best initiative with them for the work on?
I preface my discussion here is that you cannot be a player and be the referee at the same time. The ministry, they say yes, they compare something we're not comparable. Yes, you're not going to any program where you don't get moderators, but una for do them concomitantly with independent media and independent civil society, we're going to give a critical voice or a critical moderation. But in all of this, if he the jumper, they say, oh, because I ask for the funding, I get the funding, so I have to go utilize the funding back. Then the money they always they go give back, where they go say you spend. If they ask you a question, how much money they spend at Bombali, they no go justifiable to tell you. Then they begin to see where is the gap they want for fill. Where is this gap where they want for fill?
They can look at the funding we don't involve in all of the different town hall series and continue for deal with we inside the program. That now the executive secretary, CSO's National Consortium on Public Accountability, Hamed Hila. Inside the program now we go for a break.
Proudly Sierra Leonean, proudly progressive.
Have you heard of J-Man Group of Companies? Building businesses, creating opportunities, and driving national growth. J-Man, building the nation. Excellence and service in every step.
Fueling the economy and powering the future with J-Man Petroleum.
Protecting lives, businesses, and investments with J-Man Insurance.
High-quality tires and motor spare parts from J-Man Motors.
Guaranteed safety and protection with J-Man Security. J-Man, together we rise, empowering people, changing lives.
As an indigenous company, creating jobs, supporting communities, and contributing to economic development.
Innovation, integrity, excellence, service.
J-Man Group of Companies, proudly Sierra Leonean.
Proudly building the future.
J-Man Group of Companies, your trusted partner for progress.
For more information, contact us at 2 Adelaide Street, Freetown, or call 090-580-001.
You dey look for side for keep you money and for make you business grow?
Well, now the term is so for keeping money with any community bank or financial services association, which then they call FSA, with the all side na salon, because then a good party with good condition, way easy for the ordinary man.
They go guide you find one, but how for manage you money for change your life and the people them and your community. Remember say when you keep your money in a bank, where they near you not just they keep money for bye, but you they help your community for go before.
So waiting you the wait, you be businessman or farmer, petty together, so you act person, teacher or anybody keep your money in any community bank or FSA where they near you and see how your life go better.
Famous.
Rokel Commercial Bank don't acquire UTB. Yes, the bank where we all know as UTB go now gets the name Rokel Commercial Bank. Then they on transition, we mean say you don't need for worry about anything. Rokel Commercial Bank wants to make all customer we been deal with UTB know say all deposits on their money safe. And the same people then where we dey work na UTB, now the same people then you go meet na the bank where you go for the transaction. And the bank na still Salon Bank because not a foreign bank acquirer. And the Bank of Salon, DBN, for make sure say the transition work, find one for all man. Yes, all deposits of the money safe. And the bank still strong. Same face, same people, same Salon Bank. ANSI Bank, the bank of choice.
48 teams, one champion, one glory. The 2026 World Cup is here. Call 777 now or dial *777# for play and win with AfriCell. Yes, if you're not a football fan, this time you turn for win plenty amazing prizes. You can win AfriMoney, Samsung A06 smartphones, World Cup team jerseys, and plenty more inside the World Cup season with AfriCell. Call 777 or dial *777# and win with AfriCell inside the promo. Or buy and activate a brand new AfriCell SIM card and you will get one chance for take part inside the AfriCell 2026 World Cup draw. This will cost you just $3 and AfriCell will send them back for you for use as on-net talk time before 12 midnight. Use your AfriMoney for double your chances for win inside the AfriCell World Cup promotion. The live draw will come up after the first match every day on AYB TV, Afri TV on channel 23, AfriCell Sierra Leone Facebook page, and also live on Afri Radio. Link up with other major radio stations across the country. Call 777 or dial *777# for win inside the World Cup promo with AfriCell. For more information, call 111. Terms and conditions apply.
The program, Good Morning Salon, they continue from the break. Inside the program now, we look at one of our headline stories. Inside the President, Julius Maada Bio, say, in government go engage with private sector and financial institution them for invest by infrastructure them like road and other area them. President Bill talk this at the Presidential Town Hall with the Ministry of Information and Civic Education organized for talk on in government plan on different issues them. For more on this, let me listen to Jaffa Mans Davis.
Talk with your leader. That's the idea behind the Presidential Town Hall meeting with the Ministry of Information and Civic Education organized for people in Makeni so that they will listen to the president and ask him questions. this event being put together different stakeholders dem from chief, civil society organization, minority group, school pikin and other one dem for ensure say government connect better one with the people. And during this meeting, the focus be start first from constitution to census, will later be end by national unity. As the first question, will be meet the President Julius Maada Bio from the Minister of Information.
Any country, they divide them for administrative purpose. They say north, south, east, and west. The boundaries the way we know for Holland and we hate, like saying a fence, we know for June. And so this appeal now to we the politician, and we the one are the big one there. And for the young people, may you daddy not tell you say this tribe not good or that region not good. When I say no to them, if you get friend, when are from the other side, maintain that friendship and try for know the other part of the country and the other people that we know they talk the same language and get the same culture with you.
After national unity, the next issue now be electricity. And like plenty people know, Makeni this BNTM don't they suffer for enjoy light like other one them. With this, don't make plenty people feel say government, they do so because of politics. The president be explain waiting at the current situation will make this parts of the country they suffer for lights.
First, I want to start by saying that under investment inside the generation, transmission, distribution for a very long time, that's not been the order of the day. Council, all the leadership in Makeni are the big one. 60 to 70% of the energy we supply now, we need to get no money for them. We get for pay. Another just clarify, at the Blue Mine too, land to share. If you get 2 generators, we say give one to Lunge so that the plane they go land, they go take off. You get one more and you there on Bumbuna line, you say nothing, you create a situation where it lead to loss of life. But ladies and gentlemen, when I tell me, that is not fair.
According to the mayor of Freetown, now because of the past mark blackouts in the country, that make people not only pay, will make the discussion be later turned to infrastructure, with focus will be turned to the Masheka-Makeni highway as one pan they go them, whether they get past mark accident. And the question will be meet the president now waiting a government plan for reduce them challenge to people of Makeni. The president being get this for say.
The Makama Road, the Minister of Works there, so he is under instruction for do everything for make sure so that road they fit. Having said that, we go engage more with the private sector then, so that we will get a dual carriage road. That way they will reduce accidents and we will increase the flow. And we get for encourage them, we get for call them, for throw this challenge to them. And we will also ask the financial institutions for make them provide them a window for the private sector where they will get affordable access to the finance for able to do this.
This town hall meeting be held with question and answer will later the president be answered to and hand over check to some people where they work now with NAXA for empower the community and some citizens them in the region. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Jaffa Mans Davis, the report.
The program, the Good Morning Salon, they come to you from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Inside the program, they look at the first set of messages them, and this one from Mystic Nadwazak say, the National Council for Civic Education and Democracy may be experiencing overlaps and limitation in its mandate implementation. Many of the activities being carried out appear to fall within its core responsibilities, which could unintentionally affect its performance evaluation and overall effectiveness. Clear coordination and role definition may ensure that institutions are not undermined, but rather strengthened in delivering civic education and democratic engagement.
This other one say, Mr. Deputy Minister, I hope you have accurate information, especially on the civic series funding and that of the town hall, because we realize that there is a different funding for civic series and town hall.
This one from Ibrahim Sisse says, silence is a poor spokesperson for ignorance. Since there are allegations about a drug fugitive being in Sierra Leone, what concrete steps has the government taken to clear the country's name?
This other message where I go read from Mystic Nadwazak, they say the recent presidential town hall meeting in Makeni was attended by many heads of government ministers, departments and agencies. which many believe limited opportunities for ordinary citizens to participate. Some Sierra Leoneans are of the view that the large presence of officials are more about being seen by the president than allowing the public to engage freely, with the perception that some were protecting their positions.
This one from Emmanuel said the town hall meetings are for per diems and a way to make excuses for audit reports.
This other answer, with all the information gap, the Ministry of Information is not letting the public know the actual situation of Just Like Deckers. They have not made any town hall to erase such international damage about Sierra Leone.
This one from Mike say, in the world today, civil society space is shrinking. What are you doing to get out from that space?
From Regina Bango on the Facebook page, it says, citizens have your say started during the tenure of H.E. Ernest Koroma, called OGI. OGI was one of the best programs because the media and civil society worked hand and gloves to bring government to the people and people to the government. My question now is, why did they ban the OGI's office that was meant for this purpose?
This one from Emmanuel say, it's embarrassing for the Deputy Minister of Information to say they will handle everything related to town hall meetings. Why not allow civil societies to handle it? It's just a drama with many episodes.
From Ibrahim, he said, a nation's progress is remembered more for completed promises than for countless new announcements. We welcome the President's town hall and respect the government visions. Our humble appeal is for them to make it more inclusive.
This one from Mystic say, organizing a presidential town hall meeting is a commendable initiative. However, many Sierra Leoneans continue to ask how fair and transparent the selection process is for citizens invited to participate. To strengthen national cohesion, greater efforts are needed to ensure inclusivity and fairness. Our country remains deeply divided along political lines, and addressing this division is essential for preserving peace, unity, and our shared future.
This other one, they say, Mr. Deputy Minister, how are you sure you guys have been able to bridge the gap? How do you get that statistics? Because people are still yearning for information they want to know about, but they hear nothing from the ministry.
This one from Brahma say, it's so sad that Sierra Leoneans cannot afford to do anything without the support of external support. A stadium that has been built ages ago with all the monies collected from its facilities. There is nothing to do with the upkeeping. The structure, basic facilities, very sad.
This other message, they say, you call it citizens' ownership, but none of that is reflecting at all. All we are seeing is all staff of the ministry, which is a good thing to coordinate and facilitate. But when the actual town hall or civic series is going on, it should definitely be owned by ordinary Sierra Leoneans because they hardly have access or see the president. Well, with a message in there, we come over to our studio guest, but before we do that, we go for a break, and after that, I will correspond. Are you restarting?
They mean to tell me, say, wait. Them can't ease off me like the pressure now off of the people, but sure. Too much pressure on the people's head, it's too much. Too much pressure on poor people's head, it's too much, Lord. Too much pressure on poor people's head, it's too much, Lord. Too much pressure on the people's head, it's too much. Hear this now. Children to go to school, it's a lot of pressure. Pressure, pressure. Supermarket to go, it's another pressure. Pressure, pressure. Monthly rent to pay, it's a pressure. Pressure, pressure. Government and people to deal with, it's a pressure. But I tell you, man, too much pressure on the people's head, it's too much. And I gotta hear me tell us, too much pressure on the people's head. Too much pressure on the people's head. It's too much for too long. Too much pressure on the people's head. It's too much talk, y'all. I drop. If you're going to buy a pants, that's a pressure. Pressure, pressure. Inside the store, they are selling it too dear. Yeah. Have a girl, that's another pressure. Baby miserable. Years of that we just can't take it. Give me the man. Too much pressure on the people's head. It's too much. But God, oh. Too much pressure on the people's head. It's too much. But apartheid. Too much pressure on the people's head. It's too much. Lord of God. Too much pressure on the people's head. It's too much.
Welcome back from the music break. We just listened to from Joseph Hills. We titled Too Much Pressure on the People. The program, the Good Morning Salon, and inside the program, they come over to we studio guest them, and we start with the Deputy Minister of Information and Civic Education for respond to some of the questions that will directly come to you.
Thank you very much. A lot came, and I want to start off with Ahmed Ila in some of his pronouncement, the way he make that the president run away from the Ministry of Energy because of problem. Now, the president tentatively provide leadership at the Ministry of Energy. Based on what he see, I think he realized he need a minister for to really concentrate. He has a lot of things on his desk. Why I think there was a challenge. He says, I want to understand the challenge. And that few moments where he serve, like say, the problem at the energy sector is not just about governance, it's not government, it's not just about EDSA. He say even the citizens get contribution. He said so the problem is by layer. That few time we spending, able to understand that. Now, if Minister did it, instead of able to solve the problems, that is why he articulates waiting at the problem and waiting now some of the efforts we government they make for solve those problems. So hands on deck, experience and I go get, then he withdraw himself, they permanently put person now. We instead go able to lay in hand by in shoulder for let them move. All the money we salon they get, not so we put Pacific Festival. Or that we are ignoring all other things and adjust this town halls no. Salon for now, we are all know, unless 98.1 one talk otherwise. The effort we don't make for put down, mortality rates. The number of women that will be they die where they go born picking. Now we don't reduce that. The number of picking them will be they die before they reach 5 years, we don't reduce that. Not to by magic we do. Now than ever before, outbreak they happen at Guinea, they rely on Sierra Leone medical system. Where they take with your medical officials, we send them. I mean, not to picking play 34 or even Connaught now. Connaught Government Hospital, where they see people they come on Liberia for Connaught Government Hospital. These are things that we would not achieve as an administration. The number of picking them, where would they retain a classroom? The number of picking them where they attend public exams. These are all achieved. You know that all the money where this government they make, that just town hold. Okay. There are other things them what don't they do? The number of kilometer road. The president was very clear on these things. If they tell you, say, I don't do more kilometer roads than any other president, it is coming from the horse's mouth. Like he also said, when somebody they talk about, when a reporter talk about the Makaman Road or the commitment we make. Now inside our home, for sure you say we know the script questions, where somebody talk about that road, Mashiaka to Makeni. The president commits himself in that hall, and if he not be get the relevant stakeholders, duty bearers. I mean, they go talk, but some will not go follow up. So sometimes so they go with the care go them people there. Now from when president make commitment, president say before he come out, he want engage private sector for because beginning they come on now with sisters they come on they go now McKinney for education. Universities they don't work in that region. Okay. Forget 4 lane between Mashiaka and Mabraka.
So you can respond to the messages now?
Now the message that one of the things
okay.
Somebody talk about National Commission for Democracy. We also get NACID. These are all people we Now, then they implement the real civic education. We now public information management.
Or now don't they work with them, like bringing them on board?
They are part of us.
On all the
When we
cemeteries
celebrate,
and town hall?
most times, NACID rep within the region. Now, we all the coordinate.
Invited as a guest or for come on board and facilitate.
Now, then
and
if
make
they
sure
get
say-
regional representations, when I then they help with your regional facilitators for organize.
Okay.
No, sign of the one who don't go with the NACID chairman, no they did. Yes, we work and they work in a thin line. When you talk about public information and civic education, now thin line, they between. If you don't know, if you not really zoom in, you know we will know the difference between what it is man they do and what it is they do. We're not going to left public information management to anybody. That is purely our mandate. Unlike other ministries, where the agency, where they do it for them, we public information management. Now and if anything from civic education, I mean some people not they understand. Per diem, say all these things what they do now for per diem. The 3 days, why they inside my Kenya now 1,000 per day. I am per diem.
You as a
that,
deputy minister.
as a minister, me a minister 1,000 euros. Are you saying that 3 days while I left me home go McKinney now for that 1,000 euros? I they spend more than 1,000 a day while in any city. Because as a minister, people think you can do anything. So I know come on and I go now that place. Most of the hotels, in fact, the first place where I go now, expatriate. When they tell me say 1,400,000 there, I begin firm level.
Okay.
You understand? So it's not for per diem. This na initiative, all things they bring with people and governance together.
Okay.
And like I say, no innovation no go start on the best footing. You implement, you review, and try to strategize and get the best out of it.
Okay.
This one what they do, we are very deliberate for implement the president in vision of deepening citizens' engagement. One of the things, the effects with this issue, even a cabinet. Now, every cabinet paper, one thing we demand is that you forget concurrence from the Ministry of Information and Civic Education on citizens' engagement. And every cabinet conclusion now, in our every Tuesday press conference, they see we read cabinet conclusion. So it tells you the feedback what they get from the people about engagement. But I will tell anybody, any information we want from we, walk into our office, not meet me in our street and say, Deputy Minister, how much should I spend? It is a ministry. Go to the ministry. You can write formally. To really access the information, write formally, you go, we direct you, you will get access. But not just because this is the Minister of Information. May you meet up now, I go eat cookie, you meet me there, you go ask me any information I give you. I'll give you relevant information, way good for you and the citizen. But not that critical, where you need for go to the professional person and give you. I don't want to give you anything to my final saying I lie. Okay. Quite apart from being a minister, I'm also working about a citizen. Having built a reputation where I need for protect.
Continue for the week. We over to you, Mr. Yela. You can respond to some of the messages we come in line with you.
Couple of the messages that we, come clearly tells that they are not in support of the continuation of the civic town hall meetings and town hall series because the accountability impediment, the accountability breakdown, the transparency in all of this, and some of the things they come on from the town hall that the president put in food on that this get for happen, that get for happen. And when you go back and come back in 2 to 3 years time, or 1 year time, or 5 months or 6 months, all the things here in the do most of the places. So why are we wasting taxpayers' money where we get immediate things and for address? If the government they call then kind town hall meetings for go look at how much money government they tax the fuel dealers, how much money government say for the tax, how much money government say they collect and see, okay, you know what we go do, now we see how people are going for, for be happy with we in terms of transportation. Because fuel commodity, now one of the things in this way, like a big challenge for the ordinary man, and the minister we sit on us food and they get fuel, they get a supply, They get a weekly fare, and they get a monthly, money then. Whilst the ordinary people, they don't forget anything there. And if they talk about, citizens and concern, one of the concerns and that the citizens want to see that we get better medical facilities where the deputy minister will see an Connaught Hospital or we see an government hospital. They will be able to get confidence and trust in all of the government services. Okay. But if this doesn't happen, then we still get a big question mark that the government in all of this there now more offshore rather than for do the right things that will happen at the country.
Okay, continue for the way to inside the program as now they look at another airline story. Outside the chairman of Red Plus National Technical Committee and Sumana Ture don't call on the private sector for support Red Plus for fight against climate change mitigation in Salon. Well, for more on this issue, let's listen to reporter Alhaji Jallo.
Conservation Society na one party organization in the country. We don't work triangle one for promote and protect wildlife, climate resilience, mangrove and forest conservation in the country, and self-improve biodiversity and livelihoods. With this, then work what they don't do over the past year them for protect and improve the country environment and strengthen community-led conservation for help community sustainability, manage the country ecosystem. With this, Conservation Society in Salon and one party organization them where they promote Red Plus process as way for CC, they improve forest governance, provide economic benefits, and reduce greenhouse gas emission. This make Conservation Society Salon hold engagement with some people within the private sector for help support Red Plus na the country. We in the talk, the chairman for Red Plus National Technical Committee and Sumana Baba Ture talk about the importance of Red Plus na the country.
What we are here for today is to see how we can bring the private sector to sit on the table to look at Red Plus and say, this is what we can do to push or promote Red Plus in Sierra Leone. Red Plus is a business with a standard framework to mitigate climate change, offset unavoidable carbon emission, and also support sustainable development. So if that is true, then we need the private sector to support us right through the way. When we talk about carbon sales, we talk about, carbon exchange, we always need the business sector.
We in the talk, the National Red Plus Technical Coordinator, Dr. Beshe Momo, talk about waiting Salon people for do. For say, Salon get support from international body them for support Red Plus na the country.
So Red Plus is that mechanism that came to support us in developing countries so that we can somehow reduce the rate in which we are cutting our forests. And there are processes to go through it. We have the first phase, which is the readiness phase, where we are now as a country. And then if we graduate, we go to the second phase, which is where we implement. And then the third phase is where we now sit back to be monitored and verified, we call it MRV, and where we could start to secure long-term funding that will help us protect our forests in a better way. There are 5 countries that were classed as far behind in Red Plus readiness. And these 5 countries were the ones that GCF supported, and Sierra Leone is one of those countries.
Dr. Beshe Momo continue for talk about team them, where international body them don't put in place for protect environment.
We are all aware that Red Plus is an incentive mechanism, a strategy that UNFCCC devised to help countries to reduce, not to stop or halt deforestation, but to reduce deforestation. Because no country in this world can stop deforestation. Today, other clauses have been added, other criteria have been added. We have the Warsaw Framework, we have the Cancun Safeguard, and we have the Paris Agreement. These are all issues that have been added to the Red Plus to make it strict, to make it stronger, to ensure that environmental issues are protected, communities are secured, their rights are secured, and conflicts of interest are minimized.
Dr. Beshe Momo end up for call on Salon people for tap for court take and self-call on the private sector for support Red Plus process as way for improved biodiversity na Salon. For the Society for Radio Democracy, me, na Alhaji Jallo, they report.
From that report day, the program Good Morning Salon, they continue, and now time for listening to Walkabout.
Another morning again, at the Thursday, this country it has elected institution them, ministry, department and agency them, they all get problem. that institution wey dey give that paper for know if you na Sierra Leonean or not. I tell unu workman dem DG, unu workman dem dey misbehave o. Dem dey take excess money na people their hand for do dem work. Some man dey e dey go and say let dem give am 300,000, 400, 500,000, 1,000 just for change Sunday mine. No to that no more. The money wey people for pay for that paper dey for so if you na salon policy or not, dem dey ask excess money para mine. No to no more. And GI Willow, you baba dem wey dey na DIC headquarter Pademba Road, then self na other one dem. People go tell them say the national ID card lost, then say let them pay 500 loans. Which kind problem this na this country, yeah? You see how that money dey where you pay go give you receipt. The receipt you no give. The number where give the girl where the girl dey call her for the receipt, you no give mine. Which kind problem this? It's like say officer blue boy them. All the sector them unu dey misbehave mine. How somebody go pay 500 euros for the ID card dollars and una no get a receipt mine. But anyway, this na concern no more. We just dey read for let the authority the way concern. No say people the way they na DIC headquarter outside and they investigate. Then they take plenty money na people their hand for things the way they not for people. Office Samsi na ina you name mine. I don't tell you I do. You complain John Bokuna me book mine. That boss me no know if na Tima fine or Waka fine or they don't fine. Then boss then they back this BNTM. Then just to go out of control bit by bit mine. Now about 3 years so with them boss then they don't come. Up till now we don't know how much government don't get that. Up till now we don't know. Them boss the way them in couch whip well where they say na glass no dey. We don't know if them boss then they self don't begin run. And this country yeah, that project they always they talk and say that project they na scam mine. Uno say uno dey put billboard all over or station bus all over. So where people dey go wait for the Tima fine bus for take them, then go they watch film, then go get internet and other thing them. Show me the bus station at this country we get internet inside for watch film. For more I implement this project here. Even the station bus where they don't bus station. For more no say uno dey make her up till now, nothing no good for right home about. I think uno just in no more for the each institution the money. Uno me say how una dey get dashboard where go dey display how many minutes the bus dey take for Canada this place and go na that place dey. Uno show me the bar. $52 million project. Na so he left buffing. Me na the Honorable Piki Wakabot.
Well, from Wakabot, the program Good Morning Salon, the continuance of the program will look at another issue. At this BNTM government through the National Petroleum Regulatory Authority, they reduced the pump price for petrol from 35 to 33 loans and diesel from 40 to 35 loans. But according to the Director General, National Petroleum Regulatory Authority, Brema Balowa Kroma say, government will review the price if it continue for come down at the international market and say the country get fuel will go there up to September this year. Well, Brema Balowa Kroma explain more to Osman Kamara inside this interview.
Very recently, we also said there has been some chaotic situation in the international community, the crisis in Iran and the US. The price, they don't move, they don't skyrocket. We opened the year with 636, for instance, for petrol dollar per metric ton. February, we go to $686 per metric ton. Then the war started late February. So towards March, a jump heavily over nearly $300. So we go to $968 per metric ton. And the height of it in April, 1,060. Till go to inside May, 1,127. So if you let it go sustainably, the just go up, it is skyrocket. As it is now, inside June, from the second week in June to now, it don't go downwards. But as I tell you, the review, it be around $948 per metric tons.
All right. Concern from the public now that the review una do Natulion just una pool and una supposed for put and down. So NPRA are aware of some of them concern here.
Yes, we are aware. Don't forget, Mr. Consumer. In fact, the largest consumer of petroleum products now the government. When they introduce subsidy, that's a dilemma for government because now a double-edged sword they play with. One, the Minister of Finance, what they do in finance budget for the year, and not say they anticipate say inside 2026, we go for go consolidation fund for get additional money for go support this sector. Second, we importers that amount we get $10 million, it got 10,000 metric tons. Where you go buy now because the price don't almost double, probably only got 4,000 metric tons or only 5,000 metric tons. There are also the consumers. If we say to do a full pass through to consumers. Because I told you the price almost doubled. If we don't expect nearly 50 to 52 leons per liter, no government will want that for in consumer there. We price the formula, Usman, you will look at them throughout. If you see anything like this paper, when talk about crude oil, don't ever respect me. There is nothing like crude oil on this paper, a refined product. Secondly, the crude oil, now just the starting point of what consumer actually pays for petroleum product. And that accounts for 45% of the cost of the refined petroleum product. So now, if crude oil reduced by 10%, how would that be transmitted to the pump? Just about 4.5%. But we got some petroleum economists there in this country, petroleum engineers in this country. Now they get a phone and say, oh, today crude oil don't go down by 20%. Balu, if we don't put them down, Balu don't go take money now. That crude oil they go for can go na Venezuela, can go na Italy or na Spain, any part of Europe for go refine them. When there was a crisis, when there's a crisis, what did happen? Insurance freight they increase. Marine insurance they increase, everything they increase. Understand? Nobody talking about that. And we have about 26 elements. So I don't want people to expect that asymmetric proportionality between the crude oil and the pump price. Where you go now, the pump, you to motor car Usman, then they give crude oil, then they give barrel, then they give refined petrol product. And we are the only certified institution at Sierra Leone, we NMA, we get plat. Any other person where they give figure now from the phone the puller, you don't know how they get them.
Because that's not the concern that una not use plat for calculate some of them figures there.
Now they plat this on daily basis. Everybody here the month start back, now they use. If you go to our website, NPI website, as you done for review pump price, so when they publish them. This even take me now to one of the concerned cities in the Labour Congress. When they even invite them, then they come to office to me, let us sit down around the table because I really like the approach they take. They write that letter, raising the concern. If me bring them kind of my office, make the talk for just 30 minutes, I'm pretty sure they will help me by my job. Let me tell you, Usman, you know, we have been together for a very long time. We used to get 10 days petroleum holding days in this country. When you go to motorcar, you want 40 liters and give 20 liters. And that will happen. Today, we have improved on that. We get stock holding days with in excess of 55 days for petrol. In fact, they say that's 78 days. That is far above ECOWAS average with that 45 days. That's how we don't do. So no matter the crisis, we go still carry go get 15 September. What else?
That now the Director General for the National Petroleum Regulatory Authority, Brahma Balwa Kroma, they talk to Usman Kamara inside the interview. They also say government will continue for review the price for fuel if it continue for come down na the international market and say the country get fuel we go last up to September this year. The program Good Morning Salon they continue.
And we come over to our studio guest, we bring in the Deputy Minister of Information and Civic Education, Bokari Bawo. In terms of the civic series and the town hall series, we don't talk about the issue about accountability and citizen knowing what to involve in terms of the funding, a very important in this new initiative when I don't start. So as a Deputy Minister of Information, the funding of the civic series and that of the town hall, because there is a difference. The amount that there is for civic series is different from town hall. Take we listen them through waiting the ministry don't they use for this different initiative in terms of the couple we don't they involve for facilitate and put the civic series and town hall meeting together.
Okay, thank you very much. The difference between the civic day series and presidential town halls, I think 3 presidential town halls we don't get within the country. One Minchumani, the other one was in Kenima, and this one we don't do number Kenny. These are the 3 town halls, presidential town halls. The district engagement, let me cook on a series. We go around the district and try to engage with people. I mean, we choose districts after district we engage. This one, they attract more people. I mean, they attract, like president, for the any side president, it requires a lot of arrangement and security and all that thing. So the budget could be a little bit different than we say when associate more with the ordinary people. So that's the difference between the cost. That could be, which they inform the difference between the cost of presidential town halls and ordinary civic day series.
So now the 3 presidential town hall costs, which involve almost on a spend.
For really do justice to the people, I would have loved somebody going at the ministries, the accountants, vouchers, but I'll do one thing. Like the benchmark in town hall, we think we received in total was 1.5.
1.5, waiting exactly.
Do I call it
billions? Okay.
Millions. 1,500,000. And that one was, the president is in Freetown, but we try for broadcaster in all regional headquarter towns. So, for instance, Kenny Mabo, Makeni, Oko, they also get hall filled with people with screen before them. They get the opportunity for listening to the president and will also channel their own question to the president in Bichimani. So that made the cost not be like that. Every other one don't they below the maximum. Like this one, the request was sent for this Makeni Town Hall. We see and was around 1 million or 1 billion only.
For the one we wanna do recently with the president, Makeni. Look at the diaspora one we wanna do recently in London. What it actually involve?
Thank you very much. I have said it on other platforms. The one we happened recently in London was not our making. Not something we, as a ministry, we plan for execute. Now, like stealing a show, somebody gets an event to which our minister was invited. So it just appealed to the vice president that we use the day prior to the event for host Sierra Leoneans and really communicate to them.
So they're not spending nothing at all?
So to me, I have not seen any budget on that. The minister, now VP take care of her. And I want the staff come on from that ministry, go by that town hall.
But according to our according to our strategic communication advisor, Jawad Nyali, said that 2 people go, the minister and 1 other staff. And according to her again, they say we spend close to £30,000. Is it also you don't right now and get that figure deal information there out.
So when they talk, I said I have not seen any budget. Jawad is one of the staff them who assigned for re-implementation. But because me not see and not miss it, it not happen.
So you're not aware at all, in another word?
Because me not see and not miss it, it not happen. I not see and not miss it, I not aware. But the exact figure it will be in a better position because it is in that implementation level. Anything a minister I don't see by extension.
And I think all this spending on the civic series and town hall, they're in the right track where you say these are the priority or needs of ordinary citizens.
So I have said it here that we as a ministry, one of the things we want to do now for implement the president's vision for get citizens involved, for increase their participation in governance. Okay. So one way we did one, not then thing we don't design. Our press conferences, our civic day series, our town halls.
Okay.
And we think the price of doing it cannot be compared to the price you pay for not doing it. The price of the civic day series cannot be compared to where citizens and go born poll them because of civic ignorance. You cannot compare it to where citizens have lost their life because they say this generator meant for Makeni will not for can go put record. All that in a civic ignorance.
Okay.
So not compare any money where they spend for inform somebody to not informing that person.
What if the money not used the right way or too exorbitant for certain activity? We're not worth it.
It is a whole process for look for value for money. Now a whole evaluation process. You know, off script say that money when I not spend, it not get value without doing any in-depth analysis of cost benefits on the cost benefits. So therefore, we until somebody talks otherwise, we don't really maximize bringing citizens on board, and we are proud of the meager salary, meager things that they spend on the internet.
Okay, over to you, Ahmedi. Like, just listen to the deputy on statistics where he give figure about how much they don't spend per civic day series and town hall.
With due respect.
Oh, sorry, on town hall.
Yeah. Can I come in? This is my, my bite. It is frustrating, listening to the submission or the application from the deputy minister. It clearly tells that the ministry itself is not doing justice to the public. Can you imagine a old minister, a old deputy minister, and we don't say this on several occasions, that in most of the ministries or agencies or departments, the deputies are there just to serve. Then they do nothing, absolutely. If I'm Kamsa, please, allow me, sir, please. Allow me, sir. No, allow me, sir, please. Allow me. When you be the talk,
it's a disrecognition of our relevance.
Allow
so
me,
we don't do nothing. So that they pay with salary, we don't do nothing.
Allow me, sir, please.
No, but you have to retract.
No, but when you be the talk, just now, I take me time for listening to.
But I not allege anything. Say so they do nothing.
Yeah, but if we don't do nothing, talk about say we don't do nothing. But in this consideration, sir, in this consideration, the message, the questions where they ask you that how much money una spend na UK, you say
I did not see any budget from our ministry.
That clearly tells that there is
the ministry budget.
The engagement
not to the ministry budget funder.
Is it this now we call a situational
not the ministry budget
and
funder.
It is paradoxical in the sense that when they talk about engagement, when they talk about accountability, when they talk about transparency, and you, the deputy minister of a city government, where the president now appoints the minister and also now appoint you, and I made for understand from January to date, you don't receive any fear.
No, respond.
Now, in this case, the deputy minister don't even know how much money they spend. According to the strategic advisor,
if it come up from a budget, I will know it.
That means there are things that happen at the ministry where the deputy minister is not aware.
Minister signed the PS at least for us.
This,
but I've not seen anything like 30,000 coming from our budget. Like when you say £30,000 coming from our budget, no, it has not happened.
It has not happened from the ministry.
For that, I don't dismiss them.
Also, not authentic information that day.
No, can't.
It has not
that
happened.
Funding,
the deputy minister said it has not happened.
The solicitor, they solicit the form. But me as deputy minister, request of £30,000 from our ministry. I have not signed a voucher. I have not seen the minister's signature on such voucher.
So what did the public believe now in terms of all of this? Getting different information.
Somebody not go spend money for go do something.
Who said go spend?
Who that spend the money?
So come. Most of the events.
Who said they go spend? Who that spend? How they spend? Now the minister. This is not your turn now. This time it's turn.
Allow me. Yes.
No. I know we allow you.
Clarity here.
Are they this time it's turn?
Apart from the government funds, what they use.
Mr. Minister, kindly give me time for.
Apart from government funds, what they use. There are very many doors so they knock, forget funds for ad.
And the
even that's total what they see. That's total the what I give you so. Let me say okay come on from government. If I say they use 1 billion, let me say all not from government it come out.
Oh, Mr. Minister,
we get
you said earlier these events, now event where they invite the ministry and the minister use the opportunity for make the VP engage Sierra Leoneans them. Yeah. So how come Suna come and spend per event where they invite Suna?
So that is why I'm saying from the ministry coffer that I should pretend in the absence of the minister and not see any request of £30,000.
So what did Jawad say? Not true?
I'm not saying it is not true.
Okay, on a continue for the week, we quickly take second set of message. This was why it's clear that there is a serious discoordination in the ministry, getting information from communication advisor and the deputy are not aligned.
This one from Abubakar said, to my opinion concerning the fuel pump price coming down is an insult and disrespectful to the nation from 35 leons to 33 leons. What the difference?
This one from Emmanuel, they say, Deputy Minister, please tell us some of the improvements made from the citizens' request from your town hall meetings, notably energy, fuel, and high cost of living.
This one from Tunde Scott said the civil town hall meetings are nothing but a desperate move by the government to damage control and repair the so many failures the past eight years. Just a stage managed waste of taxpayers' money without any positive impact.
This other one from Emmanuel, they say the town hall meetings are for mocking citizens and not here and not to solve any problems. The government has gone worst since the inception of these town hall meetings. No improvement in education, health, energy, and the economy. So what's the essence?
This one from Ibrahim Sise says, Mr. Deputy Minister, the courageous and outspoken Dr. Sylvia Blyden has consistently raised concern on governance, drug-related issues, and other matters of national interest. What is the government's official response and what actions have been taken? A strong democracy is strengthened by answering sincere questions with transparency. Nations grow stronger when principled voices are heard and accountability leadership's response.
This other one, they say, if you want citizen to ask the question of transparency, why are there no form of transparency in terms of the different finance involved in all town halls?
This one from Abubakar say, good morning, Radio Democracy. So Sierra Leoneans cannot afford to do anything without the support of external support. A stadium that has been built ages ago with all monies collected from its facilities.
Okay, because of time, we'll come over to the studio. Okay, we'll start with you, Ila, for response to the messages.
But I think the citizens, are aware. They know exactly what's in the ground, and they follow religiously. And if the president do justice to the nation, if we get electricity, we get water supply, medical facilities are equipped, we get service delivery, that might mean that Krobola no get disconnected with internet facility, and they go able for come visiting a family in a Freetown with the small meager resources we go get, go guy that the president's no need for worker, plenty self for explaining himself, especially when himself though accept these recent town hall meetings that the challenges waiting to go see in the Ministry of Energy, we appoint himself as Minister of Energy. Able to address them, even call somebody maybe if he say no, then able to address them. Meaning, in all of this, and justifications to the ministry for able for live a life of a conspicuous, because them budgets are all unable for giving. This they say now, this they say now, this. And if you look at the coordination, the poor coordination itself from the Ministry of Information and Civic Education, it clearly tells that if una now the ministry disconnected, it clearly tells that the town hall engagement una go all, now the same discontinuation, now the same at the same poor organization, now the same way, not in other way absolutely with the people in the try for see in terms of reduction of the fuel, because taking 2 loans and taking the steps there where the fuel, where the price will go up, where they add 5,000, 10,000. But look at the price now. We then take just 2 loans.
Okay.
The service delivery is not effective, and the minister and the deputy minister, according to the submission of the deputy minister, it clearly tells that there is a one-man show running the ministry, running the affairs of the ministry, and in many occasions, why Imran Sila left the ministry.
So look, focus on the actual issue we there for.
Yeah, these are actual issues. That means we talk about poor coordination. If Jawad they say that almost 30,000 pounds and then spend, then the deputy they say now they come.
Mr. Minister, you can't get to your mind, please. Let you conclude.
Then the deputy minister they say you're not aware of this money, you don't know nothing, that the vice president take care of all of this money, that it clearly tells that these people are not accountable. They are not transparent to the public. So why do we have to continue with the town hall engagement where the SSF get a poor coordination with the name for be accountable to the people? Okay. So it is a mere waste of taxpayers' money. We get Bokutin for fix them money there to not to for let one man they control the government.
Okay, plenty thank you to you, Executive Secretary for CSO's National Consortium on Public Accountability, Ahmed Yila. Over to you, Deputy Minister.
Okay, thank you very much. The clarity I make here is, if you ask Jawad, what are the cost of this show in England, and you ask me, waiting the ministry spend on that show, are two different questions.
The main thing is the spending, the cost way involved, the finance way involved.
They respond to now waiting as a ministry we spend on the London town hall.
Jawan are part of the ministry as well.
No, waiting to say the figure we in you is not about waiting we spend. Waiting they spend at a higher. If you go to the ministry, apart from me, the minister, I am the deputy minister. I'll tell you on that show, the ministry not get any budget to date. Where I was saying that this we spend on the London show as a ministry. I'm not saying the event will happen in London. Money no go there. VP, 9 go. A VP spend, I let you get account of VP expenditure. That is not why.
Well, you guys are all part of government.
No, I'm not. I was not there. The VP went there. Now he spent what they spend.
So the
but as a ministry, I'm talking on behalf of the ministry.
The 30,000 from the office of the vice president.
Fine. It could be what Jawad was. You ask Jawad, and then he will give you. But if you ask Jawad, say, what did the Ministry of Information and Civic Education spend on? Then it tell you, say, 30,000. They tell you, say, we don't spend. They will say, there's disconnection. But Jawad was not responding to the ministry in expenditure. I want that clarity.
Also, government they facilitate the funding.
Oh, you ask me if how much government spend?
Is the ministry not part of government?
No. As a ministry, what do we spend? I don't say government not spend. As a Ministry of Information, that town hall, what we hold now, London, we not spend nothing. Because people are concerned. I'm not here to give account of waiting government is spend around. Waiting Yila.
You say we spend over £500. Now you say we not spend nothing.
No.
This is conflicting. Now make this.
No,
the public don't trust the process anymore.
Yila.
Let me discontinue the town hall engagement and look at another means.
30,000 euro.
It is not making any improvement, especially so when they are the player and they are the referee at the same time. The questions the way they come and the way they take at the hall, and the questions the way they say. Then they are these are questions that we
questions. Well, I conclude. Do not get enough time again. Please.
Fine.
Mr. Deputy, conclude.
Fine.
Please.
The 30,000 pound where you can say Jawad say versus me saying on that time we will not spend nothing. Now they talk about it.
On a ministry or government at all?
Government spend money because vice president spend money.
Almost.
But waiting. Nine that Jawad show you in the region of 30,000.
So nothing was facilitated through now for spend this
money?
No.
I have told you here categorically that we not be getting intention for go London. Now minister the invite for go. Why is it go? It take advantage of in presence. Now I make the event day today, tomorrow. It's a okay, when allow me to talk to diaspora we are not living here today. So not to ministry plan say go, just take advantage. Minister will always say, let the idea be. When Monica, swiftly you will implement. Okay. So the idea of holding civic day, town halls is always there. So any opportunity where we get, we take advantage. That was one way the minister do.
Okay.
And we, as a ministry, we work for tell people waiting good. And waiting
good and put the price on.
Okay, conclusion, please. Yeah. Conclusion, Mr. Deputy.
One conclusion is
put the fair price on small.
Allow him let again.
When we want to talk about putting the fair price down, we can have different debate. Wait.
It's still high, sir.
It's a problem.
Yes, sir. It's still high. No. This is the people. The engagement, the town hall engagement. One of the things that we want to see how the president go come to town and see that the price
so you like to say
20 to 25 million.
I don't agree that the innovation what they do is right for democracy. Yep. And I'll tell you, Even God.
The process in which one they do, and I know.
Even God.
Okay.
Say, come to care of Umati Ikujati Minas.
Hold him out.
Amaruna bin Maruf.
What's in name it?
We are not doing it.
Okay.
He say, let group dey among Suna, where they tell people waiting good and stop them from doing bad.
Okay.
He say, we are the best. Come to care of Umati. We are the best ministry.
Okay.
Why? It's we dey tell people waiting good and stop them from bad. Don't stop the money issue. Later, cost benefit analysis they do. Okay. But the price what they pay if we not inform with citizens is more than that's more
Minister,
money
we not get time anymore. One of say plenty. Thank you to the Deputy Minister of Information and Civic Education, and also the Executive Secretary for the Executive National Consortium on Public Accountability for we take time for be part of the program today. Well, now we'll bring down the curtain for today's edition of the program. Good morning, Salon. Plenty thank you to the production team, Kabia, and also plenty thank you to Kamara Bangwa, make us see on our social media platforms, and also DJ Sugarcane for technical support. So till we meet again, Mina Adeyemi Jackson, say goodbye.
And Sapti Kalone say tata.